Welcome to a KagelvlConvo. I'm your host Jeremiah Jackson, and today we have a special guest, Matthew Miller Search.
What's up, everybody?
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Now, tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so I'm Matthew Miller Search. I'm a senior here at University of Findlay. I'm from Dayton, Ohio originally. Grew up there, born and raised. Graduated from high school in 2016 from Milton Union High School. I have a dog, a brother, two parents, a wonderful niece and nephew, and life is good.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. And today, y'all probably can't see it because, you know, it's probably not in the frame, but we'll be playing checkers. But I forgot to play.
I'll teach you.
So
that's not hard. You'll get it after the first one.
I got to go like diagonally.
Yeah, so basically you can't go backwards until you get king. And you get king by getting in the back row here. So yeah, you can only go forward. So like for you here, you would go there or here, there, or there.
Okay, so what if I go here and you go here and I got to go here?
Yeah.
Okay,
you don't have to keep moving the same piece, though. You can move whatever piece you want.
Okay, got you. And then, like, if I go over here, then I get a king.
Yeah, when you get to the back row, you're king. You get one on top. You can move whatever direction other than side to side. So front and
so
back.
Like, no, two places or just one?
Just one. You can double jump, though. If you get to a double jump, like you jump me once and there's a second one, I'll show you.
All right, but I'll just learn all the way
Okay.
through and through. But before we started, we was talking about a little bit NBA. You know, Shaq had came out and said there's only 4 superstars in the NBA right now. He said Stephen Curry, Giannis Antetokounmpo. He actually hesitated to say LeBron James' name. Actually hesitated. And then he was like, all right, I'll throw KD in there as well. What do you think about that?
I mean, I disagree with that there's 4, but I agree on the premise that like people include too many. Like there's not like 15 to 20. Like to me, a superstar is someone on court ability, but also recognizability off court. So like if you're walking down the street, you look at that dude, you know who he is. So I do think there's probably like 7 to 8 of those guys, but there's definitely, I mean, LeBron James is known like he's one of the most popular athletes in the world. He's probably top 5 American athlete. Like if he were to go across seas, people would recognize him.
Yeah.
So he's definitely on there. Did you say Luka?
He didn't say Luka.
That's crazy. He's right.
So
no.
what has Luka won though?
Yeah, but he's still like right now, in my opinion, Luka's the second best player in the NBA. I have Giannis and Luka 1 and 2. I think there's a gap, but I think he's number 2.
Okay.
So I think just talent wise, and then also people have to realize he played professionally in Europe. So if he's over in Europe, people are going to recognize him. People here are definitely going to recognize him. He's a 6'9" dude. He's got that, you know, a little haircut that every frat white guy has, and then he's very skilled. So I think he's definitely on there. Steph's obviously on there. I'm trying to think some other guys. So that's 5 to me for sure. I think Embiid is there. I think he would be 6. That's what I don't know if Nikola Jokic.
He has 2 MVP.
He does, but is he recognizable? Like if he was walking down the street, would people recognize him? I don't know.
He's 7 foot. I mean, he's playing.
Yeah, that's the thing because of his height. So yeah, I would. He's on. Like, there's a couple guys that are teetering for me. Kyrie Irving, because of skill, and then just because of all the antics that he has, he's probably on there too because people are going to recognize him just because of the antics now.
So you saying like the off the court makes you a superstar as well?
Yeah, because you have to be recognized. Like if you're the best player, like one of the best players, which that usually does make you enough to like enough recognition. But there are guys who are. I can't think of a guy that like everyone would know, but it's not good at the sport. I don't even think Patrick Beverley comes to mind, but I don't know if people.
A superstar.
Not a superstar. Like he's one of those people where he's not very good.
He's recognized.
Like, he's okay, but he's recognized somewhat. But I don't even know if people really would recognize him. I don't know.
So is Zion a superstar?
That's a great question. I think if he was healthy, he'd be a superstar. So no, he has to be. If he's healthy, yeah, because the guy averaged I think like 26 points a game when he was healthy, but he's only played like 45% of his games.
Yeah.
There's a lot of criteria. Like it's hard to.
I see where Shaq's coming from, though.
Yeah, I agree.
Like Finals MVP on its own, and has a ring. Yeah. I see it. Like
LeBron's crazy. Yes, LeBron's a super. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. The fact that he hesitated, that was crazy. But okay, give me your top 10 because like you were saying
time or right now?
Right now, because you were saying Luka number 2.
I haven't even thought about. Yeah, so I have Giannis. I have Luka. 3 is really hard for me. I think I got to go with Jokic at this point. He's won back
number 3.
Yeah, I'm just going based off skill. I'm not going at like accolades. Although he does have back-to-back MVPs, but like if you're just watching basketball-wise, skill-wise, he's 3. LeBron's still top 5 for me because if you got to win a basketball game, like one game for your life or even a series for your life, LeBron's healthy. He's probably 4 for me. 5. Kevin Durant took a big hit this playoffs. Like He was terrible in that Celtics series. So I don't know. I guess I'd put him 5.
Okay. So Steph's not in the top 5.
No, see, I forgot. That's the thing going through this. You know what? I'll put Steph at 4. I'd go LeBron 5, KD 6. I'm trying to think who I'd put.
So
7.
Jokic's better than Embiid.
Yeah, I would say he is right now. Okay. Right now. Like, that's the thing. After my 1 and 2, there's a debate. But, like, I have Giannis and Luka locked in just because what Luka, I mean, look what Luka was doing with, like, Jalen Brunson was the second best player, and he was giving everyone, he beat the Suns, the best team in the regular season. So, and he was, like, just destroying them mentally as well. I mean, Devin Booker shrunk in that moment. Devin Booker, like, I don't know. He's never going to be in the top 10 for me, but Ja's probably in there.
Okay.
I don't know if I'd put him as high as 7, though.
Tatum, Bill, they in there?
I couldn't put Tatum in there after the finals. That was bad.
Okay, is Butler in there? Because I've always said Butler was. I said Butler's better than.
I would put
Tatum.
Butler in the top 10, but I wouldn't put him. What would be that 8? I'd put him at 10. So I'm trying to think of like 2 other guys that I would put in there. That's the thing. I have not thought about this. My top 10 all time. I've thought about a lot. I have not thought about like current NBA players.
Okay, let's get to the top 10 all time though, because Stephen Curry just won his 4th ring, Finals MVP for the first time. People's like, is he top 10?
He just made my top 10.
He just made his top
number
10.
10. Yeah,
he's number 10.
He passed. I had Kobe at 10.
Yeah, Kobe at 10.
Yeah.
Okay, let's.
I know people are gonna hate on that, but like, if you look at Kobe, he has the most missed shots in NBA history, and not even the most attempts.
Okay.
He's a great scorer, but if you look at, there was a period in there once Shaq left, that team there were instances where they were not very good. Like, they made the playoffs, but they flamed out. Mm-hmm. Then I have an issue with, I forget what year it was, the Suns, but he refused to take a shot in the second half, and he told him after the game, like, you guys are bagging on me, and I just showed you I don't have enough help, so I was going to pass and not shoot to prove that. I was like, come on, dude, you can't be doing that. So I'd give him a little hit, and I think it does matter, like, on those teams when they won 3 in a row and they made 4 straight finals, Shaq was the best player.
Mm-hmm.
So that you have to account for that. Top 3, and I don't think it's a debate. Whatever order you want to have them in, I don't care. Is Jordan, LeBron, Kareem. So those are my top 3 all time. Whatever order you want to put them in. 4, I'd go Magic. 5, I would go Larry Bird. 6, I'd go Tim Duncan. 7, I'd go Shaq. And then this is where it kind of gets hard. Like, there's like 7 to 8 guys in here where you could debate. But at 8, I would probably go Wilt. Okay. 9, I'd go Bill Russell. 10, I'd go Steph.
10. Oh, so Kobe's not in the top 10.
No, he got passed. I have him at 11. Okay. But I think so my 14, I actually extended to 14 because there's these guys you can debate. I have Oscar Robertson, Dr. J, and Kobe. Not in that order, but those are the guys you can debate in that area. And Hakeem also, I'll throw his name in there. He's one of the most underrated players ever. Those guys you can debate for the top 10. I think anyone else you can't debate. But if you had those guys in your top 10, I would have no issue with you putting them in the top 10.
Okay, so this is where I've been like thinking, like, if we have Stephen Curry in our, because Steph Curry he's 10 in my top 10 as well. If we have Stephen Curry in our top 10, then we are saying he's an all-time better player than Kevin Durant.
He is right now, yeah.
So people don't want to face that fact when we argue that Curry is arguably a top 10 player of all time, but they don't want to say he's better than KD right now. I don't know why people do that.
And I know I kind of contradicted myself because they said, well, Kevin Durant won those 2 finals MVPs when he joined the Warriors. Well, he joined Steph's team. Kevin Durant has never won anything with his own team. I'm a Thunder fan. He never won anything with us. Mm-hmm. And people gave Russell Westbrook all the slack when they blew that 3-1 lead to the Warriors. Go look at the stats. Kevin Durant had just as bad of numbers as Russell Westbrook in those last 3 games, if not worse. And he was, quote unquote, the best player on that team. The Brooklyn Nets, he wanted to trade. They have not made a finals under Kevin Durant as the best player. So until he proves to me that he can be the best player on his own team, because that was not his team. You can debate. Well, you can't debate. He was the best player on the team, but that was not his team. That is always going to be Steph Curry's team as long as he's there.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. Now, what you think about? You're an OKC fan. What did you think about when KD went to the Warriors?
Oh, I hated it. Like, literally, I told anyone, like, I love LeBron too. So wherever LeBron went, I was going to root for. There was probably certain, like, if LeBron went to the Celtics, I'd have been like, bro, that's a weak move because they've been beating you, and then you're going to go to them.
Equivalent.
Yeah, exactly. That's my issue is, why are you going to a team that you just lost to? By the way, they called you right after they lost to the Cavs. I mean, the story's out there. Draymond Green admitted it. Like, right after the game, a couple hours after, in the parking lot, the dude's calling you to come and go there. I'm like, I don't blame them, by the way, because they know that's an automatic ring. Yeah, but I blame him because it's like, dude, you could have won a championship in Oklahoma City. The Oklahoma City Thunder had a lot of bad luck. If you look at the years, obviously the Harden trade was terrible. You argue over $4 million, and they trade him to the Rockets for a god-awful package of Jeremy Lamb, Kevin Martin, and a couple first-round picks. But Kevin Durant going to the Warriors was a weak move. I would have rooted for him anywhere else. I'm actually a University of Texas fan. That's how I came to like Kevin Durant, because I watched basketball. I loved their basketball team, and he was the first player I remember. I mean, he was giving everyone buckets in college, averaging like over 20 points a game as a freshman with like 10 plus rebounds. He's one of the best college players ever. But it's like, dude, I was rooting for him. Like, if you're going to go to the Celtics, I would have rooted for him there. I would have rooted for any other team other than the Warriors. Like, dude, come on. You can't be doing that.
Yeah, I thought, it was like, is he going to go back home, play for the Wizards? It was
anywhere else.
I'm not going to say it was a weak move, because like,
I'll say it was a weak move.
He wanted to win.
Yeah.
Like, it was a for sure championship.
Yeah, no,
it was for sure. So I understand, but it's like when you want to compete. So I mean, people can't knock LeBron for going to the Heat, because KD going to the Warriors is worse than that.
Oh, way worse. I mean, if you see, like, Dwayne Wade was heading out of his prime. I think LeBron caught the first 2 years he was there in Miami was like the end of Dwayne Wade's prime. Then the last 2 years, that's why he left. Like, Dwayne Wade was done. His last year in Miami was not good. He was missing all types of games. And I was really excited for, like, Chris Bosh to finally step into that number 1 or number 2 role. And when LeBron left, then he got the blood clots, because people forget Chris Bosh is a good player. Like, he's, in my opinion, he should have made the top 75 list, and he didn't, I don't think. And he should have. He's a top 75 player all time, in my opinion.
Yeah. Where do you think Kevin Durant is going? Where do you think he's gonna get traded to? Because I hear the Suns, the Heat. I do not see him going to the Suns. Like, what can they give up unless it's a 3-team trade or something?
Yeah, they would take a lot. And the Nets won a lot, which is fair, because he's under contract for another, I believe, 4 years. So it's like, he doesn't have any leverage. If they don't want to trade him, they don't have to trade him.
Right.
And if he's getting angry, there's someone brought up a good point. Why is he angry? If it's because he doesn't want Steve Nash as the coach, he could go to the ownership or the GM and be like, I want him fired. If he didn't want, like, the GM Sean Marks, he could go to the ownership and say, I want him fired, and they would do it. So
it's crazy how much power the player has.
He has all the power. Like, he could, whatever he wanted, he could do, other than if he truly wants Kyrie Irving to get a contract extension, then talk to Kyrie Irving. Like, Kyrie Irving's the one acting crazy here. Like, play games and you'd get a contract extension. You're talent-wise, he's probably one of the 12 most talented players in the league, but it's like, keep your head on straight. Just play basketball for 70 games. If he played 70 games this year, he's getting a 4 to 5 year max contract.
Yeah.
And just do that, easily, and you'd be fine.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why he wants the trade, and I think it's funny he asked for the trade to the number 1 seeds in both teams in the conference.
Like, you want to go to the best team again? Like, come on now. Yeah. Now, the packages they've been asking for is wild.
Oh, yeah.
Like LeBron, AD, and like 3 first-round picks.
The Timberwolves one that came out where it's Karl-Anthony Towns, Anthony Edwards, and 3 or 4 first-round picks. I'm like, no. Like, I could understand if you want Cat like 2 to 3 first-round picks, but you're getting Anthony Edwards not even in his prime yet. Like, untapped potential, could be a top 5 player in the NBA, could eventually be the best player in the NBA, and you want picks on top of that. Like, if you just told me Anthony Edwards, Kevin Durant straight up, that would even be like, oh, that's an interesting trade. Like, that would be, in my opinion, a fair trade. They're just asking for way too much. But again, they have all the leverage. He's under a 4-year contract, so they can ask for whatever they want.
Yeah, I mean, Lakers. Well, hear me out and hear me clearly. AD and Russell Westbrook and 3 first-round picks. That's a lot. Trade that for Kevin. Forget Kyrie. Trade that for Kevin Durant. Pair KD with Bron. He probably don't want that though. KD probably doesn't want to play with Bron, I think.
I don't know. Probably not. But the thing is, dude, the money doesn't work there because Russell Westbrook's getting paid a lot. They'd have to trade Kyrie Irving in that.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only thing.
You think he's going to the Lakers at some point?
Kyrie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Lakers will eventually give in because right now it's just basically picks. They don't want to give up like 3 to 4 first-round picks. But if you truly believe you can win another championship, then do it. But if you don't, then don't do it. In my opinion, if you don't think you win another championship, they should just trade LeBron.
Yes, because if you have LeBron on your team, you're a championship contender.
Yeah.
Like wherever Kevin Durant goes, they're probably gonna be the favorite to win it all.
Yeah, unless I'm trying to think. Well, someone brought this up too. I watch a lot of sports podcasts, and like the team, if Kevin Durant got traded to the Suns for DeAndre Ayton, Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, and a first-round pick, which is a lot, that team that he'd be going to is a worse roster than he's on now. Which it kind of would be because you only have, at that point, you would have literally no depth and you'd be relying on Devin Booker, who proved like that man is soft. I don't care what anyone says. He was bad in that, like a closeout game. And he would talk all types of trash when he was up and then he was losing. He wouldn't say anything. And then Chris Paul, who's sorry to say, he's choked his whole career. and then you had Kevin Durant. So that'd be interesting. You'd have those 3 guys and nothing else on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like the Nets, you'd have Ben Simmons when he comes back is still a really good defender. He's not a great like overall player, but really good defender, decent passer. And then you have Joe Harris, great 3-point shooter, Seth Curry, great 3-point shooter, and Kyrie Irving. So I think that team's deeper and better long term. And obviously I think they should run it back just another year and have if Kyrie Irving keeps his head on straight, they're going to contend. I still think the Bucks are the best team in the East.
Yes.
But they could probably be number 2. And if you get to a 7-game series in the Eastern Conference Finals and that's the setup, I mean, anything can happen at that point.
That's fast. Anything can happen. And let's get to this Checkers game because we probably like 10 minutes in, 15 minutes. We haven't touched this yet. But okay, you go first because I don't. I'm going to just, okay. So, okay, I'm going to go here. Okay, and one got to go. Stephen A. Smith, Skip Bayless, or Shannon Sharp.
Oh, that's easy. Skip Bayless.
Skip Bayless.
Yeah.
Why do people not like Skip Bayless? Because it's the hate for not the hate, but the dislike for Skip Bayless has been increasing over the years lately.
Yeah. So that's the thing too. Like, I want authenticity, but then there are people calling out Skip Bayless and like you're so fake with your takes that are just giving the same fake takes. So I don't know. I just want people to be themselves, and I don't think Skip Bayless believes like some of the things he says. That's my biggest issue with him.
Mm-hmm. So he's been riding the LeBron hater train. Yeah. J-Mon been calling him out the new media. Yeah. What do you think about the new media?
Come on, man.
Hey, I don't look. All right, so look, if I move right here,
I would jump you.
And then I could jump you.
Yeah, you could.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of like a setup, So you could jump me.
Yeah, and then you jump me.
Okay, for sure.
Okay.
I'm learning.
Yeah, new media. I'm okay with it, but I also have an issue with like players calling out saying if you didn't play, you can't talk. I think that's dumb because I mean there are certain abilities people like if you're like a 5'8" guy. You're not going to be able to play professional basketball. You're just not going to. No matter what you put into it, you're not going to be able to play. So it's like, and because you play basketball doesn't mean you understand basketball. There are guys that clearly are great athletes that don't really understand the sport they're playing. Obviously, like all-time greats and great players in their sport. Like Draymond Green, obviously he's very intelligent, knows what he's doing. But there's some guys like J.R. Smith, for example, says, I mean, the finals, for example, when he gets the rebound, dribbles it out, like just boneheaded decision. That doesn't mean should he talk basketball for a living? No. Can he play? Of course he can. So I think there's a balance there. Obviously, if people are going to say stupid and outlandish things like Skip Bayless having LeBron 9th on his all-time list, then yeah, you probably shouldn't take him seriously.
That's crazy. I think JJ Redick's like a little nice addition to ESPN as well.
Yeah, he is. He keeps it real. I like him.
Okay. I was going to get to this earlier. Oh, you could double jump.
Yeah.
Okay, so snap. Okay. I'm only down to like 7 pieces.
That's good though. You get the first game is just a warm up, so you're good.
Okay, give me your all-time Lakers players. Top five.
Number 1 is Magic. Number 2 is Kareem. Number 3 is I would go Shaq just because he's won more than Wilt. So then I would go Shaq, Wilt.
So wait. Number 1 is Magic.
Yeah.
2 Kareem.
Yeah. 3 Shaq. 4 is Wilt. I guess I'd go Kobe with 5.
Kobe with 5.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was having this discussion with somebody. Their argument was, what did they do for the Lakers?
That's true. If you wanted to move, I get top 2. It's going to be
Magic
Kareem. And then you know what? I'll put Kobe 3, Shaq 4, Wilt 5.
Wilt 5?
Yeah.
But Wilt has like records.
Oh yeah, he has all the records, but a lot of that too. Like I'm trying to think how many years he played with the Lakers. It wasn't. He's also played with the Warriors, 76ers. So there's a lot of teams he played for. So Kobe's played his whole career there. I was wrong. I should have had Kobe 3. So that's
Kobe 3.
Yeah. But like just when you think of the Lakers, you think of Showtime. So I think you have to put Magic and Kareem there.
Magic, Kareem. Okay, now give me your top 5. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know the move. Lucky terrified. I'm gonna go right here. All right, give me your top 5 all-time Golden State Warriors.
I mean, Steph's 1. 2. I mean, this is crazy, but I'm gonna have to put Draymond in too.
Draymond, okay.
Because when you think Warriors, that's who I think. Like, And then I'd probably put Clay
Clay.
3. I think they're top 3. And then from there, I'd put Tim Hardaway Sr. and then Chris Mullin because run DMC.
Okay.
But like, that's because that's what I think of. Like, that's my era. If I would have grown up like in that area with Tim Hardaway Sr. and Chris Mullin and Mitch Richmond, then I would have gone with those 3 and probably one of the two of the 3 that I named with Steph, Draymond, and Clay as the back end. But that's what I'd go with.
Okay. You just went?
Yeah.
Okay. And now we talking a grip about the NBA. To finish it off, give me your finals predictions
for next year.
Yeah, I know it's early and it's like super early because we even know where the big pieces gonna fall yet.
I'm going Bucks in these. So I thought they would have won it this year if Middleton stays healthy. I'm trying to think. I don't think the Warriors are going to repeat. That's hard to do, and I think there were some breaks that they had along the way. Every championship team has breaks.
The Ja Morant, I see that a lot on Twitter. Like if Ja Morant never got hurt,
no, that I don't believe. The Grizzlies, that actually think is a team that is going to fall flat on their face next year. The Grizzlies,
really?
Yeah, I just think Trace McGrady actually said this. They need like a veteran to come in and like have them like calm down and chill out because they're acting crazy, like calling out the Warriors. You guys lost them. You shouldn't be calling them out.
That is fair.
And like they just seem immature to me. So I feel like you're going to see a lot of ups and downs with that team. I just don't see them competing for a championship next year.
You think Dallas is going to like try to make a run again?
Yeah, they need. That's who I would pick if they had like one other player. I like Christian Wood, who they traded for. I think he's a really good player that no one talks about. But I just don't see enough there. Like it's still too Luka centric. It reminds me of the Rockets with James Harden, and I think the cap on any team like that is a conference finals, so I don't see them getting past that. Timberwolves, no.
I don't like.
I'm trying to think. Lakers would have to move, like get Kyrie. Then I would maybe put them there.
If the Lakers get Kyrie, I wouldn't say I have them going to the finals, but I would have them going to the conference finals at least.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. The West is like loaded, but if you could promise me Michael Porter Jr. would stay healthy the whole year, I'd probably go with the Nuggets just because I feel like eventually they're going to break through and Nikola Jokic is really good and then obviously Jamal Murray coming back.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The West is very deep.
I feel like the Warriors is like the safest answer.
Yeah, they are the safest answer, but I just don't see them repeating. So, you know what, I'll go.
Because you say you don't trust the Suns anymore.
No, I don't. I don't trust Suns at all. And especially because I don't see Ayton coming back. So you're going to have Booker and Chris Paul. That's not winning a championship. Yeah, I think I'd have to go with. I'm gonna go with Dallas. I think it'd be Dallas versus the Bucks. I'll give Luka. I don't know how he's gonna do it with the team he has, but why not?
Okay.
I think that'd be very interesting, and I think that would be, like I said, those are my number 1 and 2 players. So if Luka were to beat Giannis, like at that point, I think he'd be number 1. But I think the Bucks would beat him. There's no one on Dallas that could guard Giannis. I can't even. I mean, Christian Wood's not athletic enough to keep up with them.
Yeah, nobody.
For size, but
I don't feel nobody on the Mavericks can check.
No,
Giannis.
There's
or Middleton in my eyes.
No, Luka would get torched by a lot of those guys. So I don't know. Yeah,
but nobody can check Luka. So.
Drew Holiday. He's the best perimeter defender in the league. I don't care if Marcus Smart won the defensive player there. I still think Drew Holiday's the best perimeter defender. Like the guard position.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of Marcus Smart, what do you think about that flopping? What do you think about flopping in the NBA? Because honestly, like it started to like really like I really started to hate it like against the Bucks versus the Celtics.
Yeah. Okay. So I have 2 takes on this. Like basically, if you're flopping to get a real foul call so the refs can actually see it, I have no issue with it. If you're just flopping to flop, no, I hate that. That's like soccer stuff. So I don't like that. But like if someone actually, there was a play where Steph Curry, and they didn't even call a foul on this, like hit Marcus Smart in the junk. And he fell over, and everyone thought, oh, he's flopping. They didn't call the foul. He's like, dude, he hit me in the junk. I was like, I have no issue with that. And then it's like also like getting hit in the face and selling, and I have no issue with. But if you're just like totally lying, no, I have an issue with that.
I don't know though, because like these players flop so much. That's like when they actually get hit,
yeah,
you can't tell.
That's true too.
Like I remember that one call. I feel like the Grizzlies should have won a game when Stephen Curry, when Baines had barely touched Curry, and Curry just like fell out of bounds, flop.
Yeah.
And then like they kind of won a game off of that. I was like stuff like that. And then you see Grant Williams getting ran over by Giannis.
Yeah.
But some you don't know if he's like flopping at times.
That's true. Yeah. It does make it a little harder. But basketball's the hardest sport to officiate in general just because there's so many like every play there's contact. So you basically have to officiate how much contact you're going to allow during a game, not like because you're going to have contact. That's inevitable. So it's how much contact you're allowed. It's kind of like your cornerback. So some refs will let you. I think it's easier for a cornerback just to be super handsy in the beginning, and if they're not calling you can just be handsy the whole game. Mm-hmm. Whereas like if you're handsy in the beginning, they start throwing flags, then okay, the line's been drawn. I can't do that.
Right.
So that's the issue. And the thing is, you have so much. Every crew calls it differently. I think that's what we need, which is sports in general, is more consistency with referees across the board of like how it's going to be called. Like same with baseball. Every umpire has a different zone, so it's hard to tell like what zone you're going to have that day. You have to kind of feel out the first 3 to 4 innings. Oh, this is the zone I have today, so this is how I have to like play.
Okay.
So it's like feeling out the refs.
Yeah, me personally, I don't feel like Marcus Smart even has to flop. Like he's the defense player of the year. Like just play defense.
No, yeah, I mean that's true.
He just it's just like I guess it's just the game nowadays, But is it your turn?
I think it's your turn.
Oh, it's my turn. Okay. I'm not going here. You're going to do that. And I'm low-key want to keep my pieces here because I feel like you could just king yourself.
I would, but you're gonna have to move at some point.
So I would just move, and I'm gonna be safe. I mean, I can do this.
Yeah, you're there.
Okay. Do you have an NFL team?
Yeah, the Broncos.
Okay. Oh, y'all on a little come up right now.
Yeah.
Okay. So how you feeling about y'all's chances?
I mean, I feel good. This is the first time like I've started to lose interest in the NFL, like a little bit. I'll still watch the games, obviously, because I love football, but like just my team in general, because it's so frustrating to watch us just be basically 500 since Peyton Manning left, or even below a little bit.
Yeah.
Because our defense is still good. We have decent wide receivers. Our running back rooms are really good now. And it's like we don't have a quarterback. Like even an average quarterback, we would have made the playoffs a bunch of years, but we haven't even had that. We've had bottom of the barrel quarterbacks other than Trevor Siemian's 1 year with us. So it's nice to have like a really good quarterback finally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, y'all got Russell Wilson now, but y'all low key in the toughest division in the NFL.
Yeah.
And then you got the Chargers, the Chiefs, and the Raiders, who I feel like might win that division.
I think they're basically even now. Like if the Chiefs still had Tyreek Hill, I would have had them win the division. Easy
yeah,
but I mean, you're relying on Juju Smith-Schuster, who's good but not great. Marquez Valdes-Scantling, again, good, not great. And then you have a rookie, Sky Moore. Mm-hmm. You still have Travis Kelce, but he's getting old. I think he's 32 or 33. So you probably have 1 to 2 more good years of him. After that, he's probably going to be done. So I think they're on their way down. They need to get better on defense. Their defense got better last year and it was pretty good, but they still need to get better on that. And it's hard to do because they paid Patrick Mahomes all this money. So that's the thing too. I forget the stat, but like if you have your salary cap is like appointed to just like your quarterback, like 12 to 13%, no team has ever won a Super Bowl with more than that appointed to the quarterback position. So I think they have like 15%. So they're going to have to do good wiggle, like make good roster moves on the edges to be a Super Bowl contender for the years to come. But they also have a really good like GM and everything. But I think all with the expansion, because you have 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs now, and you have
all 4 can probably
make the playoffs. Yeah, exactly. I think they could have all 3 wild card spots and then the 1 division winner.
Yeah, I feel like the AFC is like it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a battle in the AFC, but in the NFC, honestly, I mean you got Brady. But honestly, I see the Rams going back to Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's hard to. I think you'll be able to tell early on, just because like there's always a hangover a little bit. So we'll see if they have the hangover. I don't think someone like Aaron Donald. Maybe you will. I don't know, but I don't think someone like Aaron Donald will have a hangover. I could see Matthew Stafford because he's never had success before. I mean, last year was his first like, oh my gosh, this is super successful year. We'll see what happens there. But everyone else, I mean, I think it's smart for Super Bowl teams to let go of some guys and then bring in new guys so you can like refuel the hunger in the team. Because if you bring back the whole new squad, I feel like half the team's just gonna be like, oh, we want a Super Bowl, I don't really care. So if you want to bring in like new players so you can refuel the hunger in the team, because if you bring in like if you bring in the whole same new team, I think a lot of the guys will just rest on their laurels and not really like, they'll care, but they won't be as hungry to win another Super Bowl. So, because the only team that I can think of that's just constantly hungry after they won a Super Bowl were the Patriots. Like no matter what, they would just be, and it's because Brady's a psycho about winning. So it's like, if he's that psycho and Bill Belichick is also that psychotic, then it kind of drives everyone else or pulls you along to some point. And then once you hit the playoffs, everyone cares. So it's really about getting through the regular season. But it's going to be interesting. I think, like I said, you're right. I think the NFC's a lot weaker. I think there's like 3 teams in the NFC that can win the Super Bowl. I think it's the Bucs, the Rams, and then possibly the Cardinals. I don't even see
Cardinals.
the Packers. I don't believe in the Packers. I think the
Nah.
Packers' time has passed.
Honestly, I stopped believing in the Packers once I rooted for them. It was Brady's first year, and I was like, you know what, Aaron Rodgers, he can do it. He can do it. And then he sold me.
And I take it back. 4 San Francisco 49ers as well. I think those are 4 teams, and there are 3 of them are in the same division. The NFC West or the AFC West is definitely the best division of football. I think the AFC West is.
Yeah. I'm about to say the Seahawks, but I forgot.
Yeah, they're terrible.
Cardinals,
they're like I said, I think they're going to be bust or boom or bust. I think they're going to win like 12 or 13 games, or they're going to be like 7 or 8 wins. I think that's going to happen.
I don't know. I trust Kyler Murray, but I don't know. It's like once the playoffs come, it's like they don't play to the level that because they always have a good start.
Yeah.
And then they just go downhill a little bit. They end up making the playoffs, but then it's still not enough.
And I think a lot of it has to do with because Kyler Murray obviously comes to the season fresh, healthy, and everything. But then as he goes through the season, he gets beat up, and getting beat up at 5'10" and that small takes a toll on your body. So I think he's just beat up and gets you can see the injuries start to come out throughout the season, and he doesn't play as well.
Yeah. Now we said 4 teams in the AFC West gonna make the playoffs. I feel like Titans
and the
Titans or Colts.
Yeah,
that's
a 2 team division race.
What's the other division?
AFC North.
AFC North, AFC
East.
Yeah. Ooh, the Bills. I feel like the
Bills
team
won
in
the
league.
division. I think the Dolphins can compete if Tua is good. He doesn't have to be great, but if he's good. And then obviously you have the Patriots, which they did nothing this offseason, which is typical Patriots. And I don't.
Did you think they get to the playoffs though? Again?
No, because I think there's no wild card spots because the AFC West is going to take them all, so they have to win the division. They're not beating the Bills. Okay. I think the Dolphins, in the best case scenario, could beat the Bills because they have a good defense. And if Tua is great next year, then they could beat the Bills. But he has to be great for them to beat the Bills.
Okay, so let's look at the AFC North. The Bengals had their little run, went to the Super Bowl. Do you think they're going to get back?
The Super Bowl? No. The playoffs? Possibly. That's the thing, too. Yeah, because, again, there's no wild card spots in my scenario, so they have to win the division. I think the Ravens are going to win the division.
The Ravens?
Yeah.
Okay, so you think the Steelers going to be left out as well?
Yeah, I actually think there's a good chance the Browns finish last just because Baker Mayfield traded now, and I think Deshaun Watson's going to get suspended the whole season. So I think, in my opinion, it's going to be Ravens, Bengals, Steelers, Browns.
Yeah. I mean, the AFC, look for the future, that's tough. All the quarterbacks are in the AFC.
Yeah.
If you really look at it, all the quarterbacks are in the AFC. I think it's just Brady, Rodgers,
Stafford, and Murray.
Stafford. Yeah, Murray. But low-key, I don't even view, Stafford and Murray to be those elite.
I think Stafford's elite, but he's at the bottom of the elite. I think there's only 7, 8 elite. I would put him at 8.
Okay, give me your 5
best quarterbacks right
now.
Yeah, I mean number 1 and number 2, whatever order you want to put them in, is Mahomes and Allen. And then from there, I'd probably go 3.
I think I feel like I'll keep. I don't know where I'll put him, but I'll keep Brady in my 5.
Yeah, I would have him in the top 5. So those are 3. That's 3 spots taken up. I'm trying to think who.
Does Burrow deserve to be in the 5?
I don't know. Yeah, right now I'd probably put him in the top 5. I'd also put Aaron Rodgers on the top 5. So
okay, yep, Aaron Rodgers.
I like Justin Herbert, but I need to see another year. I know he's had the same amount of time as Burrow, but Burrow, just to me, there's something. It's a lot like Brady. He's not the most talented. He's not the best at really anything, but he's just a winner. There's something about him. No matter what happens, he's just gonna get the job done. I don't know why, but that's just oozes from him. So I would have to put him in there. Yeah. I think Herbert's going to put up better stats year in and year out, but he hasn't. I mean, they should have made the playoffs last year. That was not a good job by the Chargers not to get the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, they did lose the Raiders the last game of the season.
Yeah.
So
and they're a better team than the Raiders, talent-wise.
Whoa. Wait, okay. Right now or?
Even back then, I mean, you have Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, Austin Eckler, Justin Herbert, and then on defense, you still had the Bosa. You had Chris Harris Jr. I think Casey Hayward wasn't there last year, I don't believe. But that's a talented team. And then also, I forgot Derwin James on defense as well. So, I mean, they were loaded.
Yeah, they got a squad. And this year they got JC.
Yeah, J.C. Jackson, Khalil Mack. So,
I feel like just something about the Raiders, though. I feel like they can do something.
Yeah, their issue is going to be their defense because their back isn't very good. But you have Chandler Jones and Max Crosby, so if you're getting to the quarterback, that doesn't matter as much. But the thing is, if Chandler Jones truly has crossed the threshold of like getting old, then you just overpaid for him, and you only have Max Crosby, and now you have no help on the back end, so you're not going to be very good. So it depends. It's going to be all on the defense, I think. I think that's what it's going to come down to, because I think offensively, all those teams are pretty even across the board. It's going to come down to who has the best defense.
Okay. Now, rank these receivers from best to worst. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, DK Metcalf.
Jefferson, Chase, Metcalf.
Jefferson number 1.
Yeah, because he has more on his resume right now. If Jamar Chase had 2 years of what he did last year, like if he has another year that repeats that or gets even like 90% of what he did last year, I'd have him 1. Because I think he's a little bit more explosive.
Okay.
Big play threat.
You don't think DK
is just inconsistent.
Okay.
Like there'll be weeks where he'll have like 30 yards and he'll have like $120. I actually think Tyler Lockett's an overall better wide receiver than DK.
Okay. Lamar Jackson or Justin Herbert?
Lamar, just because the MVP has done a little bit more, and I think he's getting too much hate right now. I need to see something about Herbert. I've just had like PTSD because at Oregon he was terrible. Like he wasn't terrible. He was good, but he was like he was built up to be the next great thing, and then he wasn't. And then he comes in and he was great his rookie year. He was really good last year. If he does it again, then I would definitely take Herbert. But Lamar Jackson, I think he's getting a little bit too much hate right now.
Okay, who will win more rings in the next 5 years? Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen?
Josh Allen.
Yeah. Without a doubt.
He's got a better team around him for the future.
Okay, I was going to ask. You think he just got a better team?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Mahomes has started to make like Brett Favre type decisions where he thinks he can make every throw so that he doesn't hold back anymore. And I think that's getting to a point to where Tyreek Hill has bailed him out a lot of those situations. There isn't a guy on that team right now like Tyreek Hill. Like a lot of those were it was one-on-one, and Tyreek Hill is a freak. He can run past anybody, and then he can also out-jump anybody. He's down there and just throw it down there.
The Bills game.
Yeah, exactly.
On that dig route, threw it to Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill just ran past everybody.
Yeah.
And then in the first Super Bowl, just threw it up to Tyreek.
Yeah, and then the Bucs game, and I had him on fantasy the past couple of years, and then the Bucs game where he has in the first quarter 100 and something yards in the first quarter and 3 touchdowns, and he had like 50 fantasy points in the first quarter. I was like, oh, thanks for that. I was like, but that's what I'm saying. Like that is just insane. People don't realize like you can't cover that guy one-on-one in any situation. So you have to put a safety over the top, and then the guy's going to play off or he's going to bump and run the whole time. So you're going to have 2 guys just watching him. That changes the whole game. Like it just extends the field for everyone else. There's bigger holes for everyone else to run through.
So he's the most unguardable receiver.
Yeah, he's not the best, but just because of his natural abilities, like you can't. I would say you have to game plan the most around him just because of his natural abilities. But that's the thing, like it's hard to.
So doesn't that make him best though?
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm trying to think. Maybe he is the best, but there's things. See, I judge a receiver based on like route running, stuff like that too. He's not a great route runner. He's a good route runner, but he's so fast. Like he's probably the fastest player that's ever played in the NFL. So he might be the best. I think he's top 3.
Because if you say he's the most unguardable, Cooper Kupp and Devontae. They're
Cooper
both.
Kupp, he's definitely top 3. I would have that would be my top 3 is Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, Cooper Kupp. Because Cooper Kupp, like his routes are so good that like no matter what, you're just not like you stay with him, but he gets enough separation, and then Stafford, like they have just a great connection already to where it's there right when he's open. So it's like I don't really know how to guard that either. It's kind of like Marvin Harrison, Peyton Manning. Like whenever there was separation, it was delivered like right on time.
Yeah.
Whereas Tyreek Hill, it's like more of backyard football. Like he's just going to run around and he'll get open just because he's faster than everyone else. And then Patrick Mahomes is back there circling around and just find him and throw it.
It was like every quarterback has their like bailout guy.
Yeah.
His was Tyreek.
Yeah, that's the thing too. He's going to have to find another
Rodgers was Devontae. But he don't got him no more. So I wonder. I'm very excited to see what the Packers season is going to look like. They're going to have to run the ball a lot more.
The thing is, they play in such a bad division. It doesn't really matter.
Still,
like the Bears are
okay. The Bears are not good.
The Lions aren't very good. They'll be better this year.
I know a lot of Lions fans who really have a lot of hope, though.
They'll win max 6 games.
6 games. The Vikings, though, they could make a run.
Yeah, the Vikings are the team where you know what you're going to get from Kirk Cousins. He's going to be somewhere between the 12th and 16th best quarterback in the NFL. So he's consistent. He's not great. And then you have Justin Jefferson, and then Adam Thielen is starting to get old. He was banged up a little bit last year, so we'll see how that plays out. But Dalvin Cook, again, if he's healthy, he's really good. So, yeah, they have a chance. Their defense was not very good last year, so that's going to have to get better. So, yeah, they'll be good. They'll be good enough to compete with the Packers. I don't know if they can win the division, though.
Okay. We haven't even touched this board in a minute now. I ain't going to lie. I'm going to just go right here. Okay. Quick firing questions. Dame or Kyrie?
Healthy Dame.
Over Kyrie Irving?
Yeah.
Okay. Right now, Jokic or Embiid?
Jokic. Right now. I love Embiid though. Like if he's I love him. I just like to watch him play and I think he's a cool guy. But I think Jokic is better right now. He's a better overall player. He does more things well.
Okay. Steph or Luka?
Oh, Luka.
Over Steph?
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
Just because he does more. Again, like I think Steph Curry's the best 3-point shooter of all time, and that's what he's amazing at. He's an underrated playmaker as well, but he's not a great passer. Luka's a better passer. He's a better rebounder just because of the height. Defensive wise, I think it's a wash. They're both not great defenders. And then Luka is more clutch. Like if you just look at it, he's made a lot of clutch shots in his career. Steph really hasn't.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Who will have a better career, Zion or Ja?
Ja because of health. If Zion was healthy, like if you give me 10, just not even like 15, if you give me 8 to 10 years of Zion, just fully healthy, like 75 games a year, I'd take Zion.
You think he's worth the money?
No, but yeah, as a Pelicans, you have to. No one comes there during free agency, so you have to overpay for guys. I understand the position you're in. Like to me, what they should do if they're smart is trade Zion straight up for Kevin Durant now.
That is KD, Ingram, and McCollum.
Yeah,
that'd have been crazy. Okay,
because Kevin Durant's. I mean, other than the Achilles injury, is going to be healthy for 65 to 75 plus games a year.
Yeah, honestly. All right, Anthony Edwards or LaMelo?
Anthony Edwards
or LaMelo.
Yeah.
Okay, I can agree with that. Something I wish the Warriors would have did. I always think what if they would have drafted LaMelo instead of Wiseman?
Yeah, that would have been, or that would have been interesting. I don't know how LaMelo fits on that team because I don't know if his ego allows him to play in that system.
I see where you're coming from.
Like, I like him. I even said, like, when Lonzo was drafted, like, he was drafted way too high, and I said LaMelo's going to be the best out of all the Ball brothers, and I was right because, I mean, Lonzo's good, but he's not LaMelo. LaMelo's just, you just see, like, certain aspects. Like, you're born with the passing ability that LaMelo has and the vision and stuff like that. Like, you either have that or you don't, and he has that. Lonzo has that to a degree, but not as well. And then he's just taller than Lonzo as well, and he's a better shooter, so that's why I thought that. But also, yeah, like I just don't see his ego being able, because the Warriors, they shoot a lot of threes, and LaMelo I think would be good with that aspect. But it's a lot of ball movement, screens, pick and roll, stuff like that. And I don't think he's willing to put in like that effort to run around like that.
Yeah, I mean, because if you draft him into that situation, though, maybe.
Yeah, but I think his dad has a lot to do with him, like building him up to the point. That's the thing. If his dad was,
I don't know. He's been quiet.
No. I'm saying before, like when he's in high school, building up his ego and all that stuff. That's the issue I have. Like, I have no issue with his dad talking either. Like, you have 3 kids that are professional players in the aspect, so I have no issue with that. But my issue is you build up his ego so much that can he take coaching now? That's the issue they had with the guy they just fired. I forget his last name. James. I think it's James Borrega with the Hornets. They fired him because he was too hard on the players and like. Then they hired Kenny. He was supposed to be the head coach. He's the Warriors assistant, Kenny Atkinson, and he didn't take the job. And it was the same type of situation. Like he's too hard on the players. So I forget who they hired now. But if he can't take that, then he's not going to be able to take the Warriors culture, because I believe Steve Kerr is decently hard, and the Warriors players are hard on, like Draymond Green's hard on other Warriors players. Yeah. So is he going to be able to take that? Maybe he is because they have championship pedigree. But if he doesn't, then he's going to be a total bust in that situation.
Yeah. Okay. Jordan Poole or Tyler Hero?
Oh, Jordan Poole. Tyler Hero is the biggest fraud in the NBA. He's not getting the playoffs at all.
Okay. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that. Tyler Hero, the bubble had a huge.
That's literally
helped him a lot.
And that's the thing. You see a lot of these guys like that were great in the bubble. TJ Warren, for example, scored 51 points in the bubble. But it's because no one realized, like, you got 2 to 3 months off. Everyone was healthy at their peak, practicing at their home gyms or the gyms they were allowed to practice in. And that was the healthiest you'll ever be, the best in shape most of those guys will probably ever be in.
Right.
And it's like, that's what you got. So that was the absolute peak version of Tyler Hero. But there's a lot of guys that when they play throughout the season get worn down and aren't in great shape. And I think that's the issue with Tyler Hero is he gets worn down a lot, gets beat up, and then he's not great in the playoffs.
Okay. But you can argue Like that was the most competitive basketball. Though.
Oh yeah, it was because like I said, everyone's at their peak. Everyone's healthy, been working out, eating right, stuff like that. Like during the 3 months, or at least if you're competitive, you were doing that. Because if you went to the bubble, you were in the situation where you could win a championship. All those teams had a chance at competing for the playoffs to get to a championship. Whereas like the really bad teams got to sit at home, so they were like chilling. We don't really care. Yeah. So these guys took it seriously, and you saw that like the best version of every player mostly came out.
Yeah. Okay, last one. Rank these players. Donovan Mitchell, Jimmy Butler, Jason Tatum.
Jimmy Butler, Jason Tatum, Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell, I mean, my God. The playoff series this year, he didn't play any defense. Like, it was just like Olay. Jalen Brunson was giving him buckets. And Donovan Mitchell, why he got drafted is because he was a great defender at Louisville. Yeah. Like, that's why he got drafted, and they were helping he turn into a decent offensive player. He's turned into a great offensive player. Yeah. But dude, you gotta stay in front of people at least a little bit. Like, he was just letting Jalen Brunson bully him, and he's a more physical. He's a better athlete. I don't understand why you can't stay in front of him. So that's my issue with him. But then Tatum would have been one, but there's so many things he's got to work on. He's terrible at finishing at the rim. He would shy away from contact every time he would get to the rim.
He's another one who, to me, cries to the ref too much. He was not doing that until this year.
Yeah, I think he may have let it get to his head a little bit about like how everyone was pumping him up. I think if you combine Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, you'd probably get one of the best players in the NBA because Jaylen Brown's a lot more athletic, great at finishing at the rim, not a great shooter, can't really create his own shot in the mid-range. But the thing is, Jason Tatum can create his own shot, like with the moves and everything, but he's not really athletic enough to get enough separation where Jaylen Brown is, but he doesn't have the handle and stuff to create his own shot. So if you combine them, they'd be a really good player, but they have things to work on, both of them. But Jimmy Butler is just one of those guys, like, he's consistent. You know what you're going to get, and I value that a lot more. Like, he's a B+ player, like, all the time, whereas Jason Tatum is like, damn, that's, like, one of the 3 best players in the NBA. When you watch him, then you're like, what the hell is he doing sometimes? So he's, like, fluctuates so much. I'll take the B+ player every time over the guy that's an A sometimes and then a C- other times.
Right. Well, Matthew, we know we didn't get to finish the game, but, I ain't got, like, 6 pieces. You got all your pieces except for one of them. So you was gonna win. So I guess I'm 0-4, 0-5 on the KagelvlConvo game. One day, my next guest, I will defeat you in whatever game we're playing. Come in determined. But thank you for stopping by.
And no problem. It was a fun time.
Anything you wanna tell the people? Your socials? You wanna shout out?
Well, I just changed my Instagram. If you want to follow me, that's a long story. Matthew Miller search on Instagram. Follow me there. The content is clean now, so I had a good time.
Yeah, appreciate it. No problem. All right, bet. So turn the camera off. Finish the episode. We started arguing about cereals. So I'm gonna give my top 5 cereals real quick. I'm gonna give my top 5. Number 1, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Number 2, Trix. People gonna be shocked. Number 3, Frosted Flakes. Number 4, Lucky Charms. And actually Fruity Pebbles number 4. And number 5, Lucky Charms.
Okay. So the only issue I have with Cinnamon Toast Crunch is it's too sweet. So I judge mine is based off like, could I eat a whole box of it in one sitting? I never do this because I'm not a gigantic cereal fan. But if I was, could I eat a whole box? So number 1 for me is Golden Grams. It's like a less
Golden Grams.
It's a less sweet version of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Number 2, Fruity Pebbles. Number 3, Golden or Honey Bunches of Oat with the strawberries in them. They're really good. Number 4, Reese's Puffs. Number 5, or no, I'll go number 4, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Number 5, Reese's Puffs.
Reese's Puffs. No cap. I feel like, Cheerios deserves to be in my top 5. Because if you say you can eat a whole box in one sit, I can eat a whole box of Cheerios.
That's true. But is that your criteria? That's my criteria. What's your criteria?
If I'm using your criteria, then Trix is number 1. I can eat a whole box of Trix.
Okay.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch will be number 2 then. Fruity Pebbles will be number 3. Cheerios, I could honestly, I could not eat a whole box of Frosted Flakes in one sitting.
I haven't had much of that. It's okay that I remember. It's a long time ago that I had it.
I used to eat Pops like crazy.
Pops?
I used to eat Pops like crazy. I don't know why it was like so good. But then Lucky Charms would be 4, and then Cheerios would be 5 because I can eat a whole box of Cheerios in one sitting.
That's fair. Okay, I have a question for you though. What if you had one fast food restaurant? I think we talked about this a while ago. One fast food restaurant the rest of your life, where would you eat?
That's a tough one because I can't say what I eat a lot of right now. I can't say that.
Well, you can, but
I mean, I'm a college kid, so I can get away with it.
it's true.
I'm an athlete as well, so it's probably not the best. But McDonald's got the app. You can get the deals. You feel me?
That's fair.
But I wouldn't pick McDonald's, honestly. I would probably select. That's a really tough one. Because if you think of fast food, I just don't want to say like McDonald's or not. Because you got the Cane's, you got the.
But Cane's is only chicken. That's the thing too. People have to realize the rest of your life. So
yeah,
you don't want to eat the same thing over. I don't at least want to eat the same thing over and over again.
What fast food is like? Got everything though.
I go with Wendy's because they got salads, they got hamburgers, McDonald's is the same thing. I just think Wendy's is a better version of McDonald's. Like chicken nuggets, fries.
You think Wendy's got better like burgers?
Than burgers McDonald's? For sure. Like chicken, the new chicken sandwich that McDonald's has is better than anything Wendy's has. But like I think burgers, yeah.
I feel like Wendy's be slacking with the Wendy's fries is top tier.
Their bacon's way better than McDonald's too.
Probably. Yeah. But they nuggets not touching McDonald's.
Oh,
nuggets.
I think they're better.
You think they're better? Yeah,
I don't like. I used to hate McDonald's because I'll eat them like they're decent now. Like they're their own thing. They're not like actual nuggets to me. They're like their own tier of food to me because they just like different. I think it's dark meat chicken to be honest with you.
All right, boom. This is why I don't like Wendy's. This is why I do not like Wendy's. This is why I choose to pick McDonald's or Wendy's. So you go to McDonald's, you get the deal, you get the stuff on your phone. I can get a free large fry with any purchase of $2 or more. I can get a free 10-piece chicken nugget sometimes just for using the app. I go to Wendy's. I thought they had something like that, so I downloaded the app right before. For one, it takes too much for the app to get through, but they have nothing like that.
Oh, I thought they did.
If they do,
I don't know because I didn't know.
I was struggling to get through it, but I couldn't find nothing like that, honestly. And I think my experience with Wendy's is like, it's just they fries,
Yeah, their fries aren't that good.
Nah, their fries are good. Wendy's fries, I feel like they're good.
Oh, they're good, but like
I feel like they're on par with.
I think McDonald's fries are the best.
Really?
Fast food wise, yeah. In my opinion.
Yeah. I heard somebody say Penn Station got better fries than
Well, yeah, but I don't consider that fast food.
Okay.
Like you have to. I don't even think Penn Station has a drive-through. Like you have to have some drive-throughs.
But I'll give it to McDonald's though. I'll probably eat McDonald's the rest of my. If I had to choose between, like,
yeah,
I feel like nobody would pick Burger King.
No,
they kind of pull off. Their fries is like it's getting there, or at least trying to get there. How hard is it
to make fries though?
I don't know. I guess they just specialize in burgers. I guess.
And the burgers taste like the grill, which they're supposed to because they're charbroiled, but I don't like that.
I love the original chicken sandwiches. Was good.
I don't like those. The long ones.
You like those?
No. I thought they were really good. I had one when I was little. I was like, damn, this is really good. I got one like senior of high school. And I was like, dude, I didn't even finish. I was like, this is disgusting.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Quick question. Firehouse Subs, Penn Station, Subway, or Jimmy John's?
Penn Station is one. Then it'd be between Firehouse and what'd you say the other one? Jimmy John's. It'd be between those two. Subway's last. Subway's gotten a lot better, but they're still not better than those in my opinion. But I don't like cold subs, but Jimmy John's does. I'd go Firehouse to Jimmy John's, but that's like whatever I'm feeling that day. Subway's fourth.
Subway's fourth.
Yeah.
So you said Penn Station one. Okay. During the summer and back in high school, I used to eat Jimmy John's every single day. I think like the last time I had Subway, and then I got introduced to Jimmy John's, and then I haven't ate Subway since probably high school.
Well, that's better now. Like they rebranded and everything because they were getting in trouble like with their meat because their tuna wasn't actual tuna, and they it was like mixed with stuff.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and it's gotten a lot better. Like I've had it, and it's a lot better. And Jimmy John's is good. Yeah, you're right. Jimmy John's is really good, and it's fast delivery, freaky fast, like they say. And their new wraps are really good. Like they have like a summer wraps. The chicken Caesar wrap is so good.
Yeah, man. But okay. That's a solid. We had to turn on the camera real quick. We was arguing about the cereals and all that, and then so yeah, if I had to choose one cereal to eat for my life, it'll be Trix.
I would go Golden Grams.
Golden Grams. That is so. I don't hear that.
No, a lot of people.
It's either Frosted Flakes, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, or probably I don't know something.
So basically, Golden Grams is just Cinnamon Toast Crunch taken down with like 30% of the sweetness is taken out, basically.
Okay.
That's why I like it because it's like Cinnamon Toast Crunch after one bowl is like, wow, that's a lot of sugar. That's like so sweetening.
Yeah, but for the fast food debate, you said it doesn't really count unless it's a drive-through.
Yeah, you have to have some drive-throughs or like that's the thing. You can't. Chipotle does have some, but are they really fast food? Because it takes like 15 minutes. Most fast food, like you pull up, the whole process usually takes under 10 minutes most of the time.
Well, okay. I might throw in the honorable mention. My second choice, Panda. I know people don't like Panda. I know people Panda get a lot of disrespect.
I don't think I've actually ever had it.
Panda Express?
Yeah. Do they have a sit-down restaurant that isn't?
Yeah.
Okay, I've been there one time.
It's good. It's good, but it's a lot more Asian spots that's better.
Yeah,
than
I'm not. That's actually my least favorite cuisine. Asian
Okay.
food. I don't like.
Oh,
it.
really?
Yeah.
That's like my top.
Mexican's my favorite.
That's probably like my lower.
Really?
Like,
Okay.
on a low end. But,
Italian would be number one, but it's so many carbs you could not eat that every day.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Italian probably be number 3.
Who's two?
American food.
Okay. So what is American food? That's thing like
I don't know,
hamburgers,
like
hot dogs,
hot
chicken.
dogs. Yeah, because I love burgers. I
do
burgers.
too. Yeah. What's the best burger place?
What's the best burger place?
Five Guys.
Oh yeah, I have to give it to Five Guys. I'm trying to think of all the burger spots I've been to. I've heard. Okay, there's a spot. Dang, I forget what it's called. It's in Miami. I forget what it's called, but it was like on par with It was on. If I know what it is, I would like show the picture of it. But it was on par with Five Guys, and actually I low key like it better than Five Guys. But I've never had In-N-Out before.
I haven't either. I haven't had that
But
or
I heard it's
Whataburger.
overrated.
Yeah, it is because it's built up to be like this godly burger, and I'm sure it can't meet its expectation because at the end of the day, it's a fast food burger.
Yeah.
I bet it's good, but it's probably not great. And then, Shake Shack's supposed to be really good too. I haven't had that, but I'm going to New York Monday, so I might try to do that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Popeye's chicken sandwich versus Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich.
If I'm having one, Popeyes. If I'm having like multiple, Chick-fil-A.
Why?
Popeyes is big and Chick-fil-A's isn't.
Okay.
Like Popeyes is thick.
Yeah, it can get you full.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though I have had multiple Popeyes at one sitting, but it's like if I'm having one, that will get the job done. I need like 3 Chick-fil-A chicken sandwiches to get the job done.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, that Popeye chicken sandwich is probably the greatest chicken sandwich I've ever had in my life.
It is really good. I don't like the spicy version because
the spicy one's that's the one is the greatest.
I mean, it's good, but I'm saying like because it's sauce. So at the end of the day, it's up to the person how much they put on it. So some people, the first time I ever got it, they just dumped like the whole thing on there. So it's just like every bite you get is just like a punch in the face with heat. I like a little heat, but I don't like that much.
Okay. All right. Now, Cane's or Zaxby's?
I've never had Zaxby's.
I never had it.
No, I take it back. I've had it one time. But it was okay. So my parents drove through like Tennessee and brought it home to Ohio. So it was like 6 hours old.
Okay. So it wasn't probably good.
It was good, but it's like it's hard to compare. Cane's is good, but again, like it's kind of like the same opinion I have with Wingstop. Like the chicken is really good. Like it's good quality, but it doesn't have much flavor. Like it's that everything else is what adds flavor to it. Like Cane's, the sauce is what makes Cane's great. Like if you just add the tender, it's like, oh, this is good quality chicken, but it doesn't have much flavor.
I want to disagree with you, but you kind of the chicken still is good on its own, but it's way better with the sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Wingstop's like, if I can make the perfect like fast food chicken wing, it would be Wingstop's chicken that they use with Buffalo Wild Wings sauces.
I haven't had Buffalo Wild Wings in a minute.
Their sauces are what make that. Their chicken's not great, but their sauces are amazing.
Wingstop got some good fries too, though.
Oh yeah,
they
have the best.
Fries.
Yeah, their fries are amazing. They might like if we're just talking, those might be the best fries I've ever had. I get the voodoo fries.
Voodoo fries.
Yeah, I forget what's on it, but it's like I think it's ranch, hot sauce, cheese, and something else. It's so good.
Now we talking fries because Five Guys got some fries too.
Oh no, they do.
And they give you a good amount.
Oh yeah, I ordered a large fry one time. I go in there.
Probably a whole bag.
It is. It was a large like soda cup. He put it down, filled it up, and then put it in the bag, and then took a giant scoop of all the fries he made and dumped it in the bag. So it was like a order and a half of fries. I was like, holy crap.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's lit though. That's lit at the same time though.
It's expensive. It's like $5.50 for a large fry. So it's like you get what you pay for. Like that's a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Cinnabon or Auntie Anne's.
I don't think I've had Auntie Anne's. I've had Cinnabon. Cinnabon's really good.
Really, really good.
I don't think I've had Auntie Anne's.
Oh, you think you had Auntie Anne's? Auntie Anne's.
What about Tim Hortons or Dunkin' Donuts?
I haven't had Dunkin' Donuts too many times, but whoever got the old fashioned glazed Timbits, that's what I'm rocking with.
Okay. Dunkin' Donuts, I think, does have that. I like their donuts. That's like the one weakness I have. Like, if donuts are by me, I'm eating the whole thing. Like, whatever if they're there, I'm eating all of them.
So is Dunkin' Donuts better than Krispy Kremes?
I think so. Like, everyone says, well, if you have to go through the hot and ready sign or whatever that sign is, hot and fresh, it's like, okay, but every donut's good when it's made like fresh. I judge it based on like if you go in there whatever time of day, like if I pick it up, is it good? And it's good. Dunkin' Donuts, I've never had a bad donut from. I've had like when you buy the Krispy Kremes and they're like that crusty, they're not that good.
Yeah, they're not. They're not. Do you prefer the Timbits over the
No, I like regular donuts.
Regular?
Yeah.
I feel like it all depends for me. I'm not gonna lie. Because the old fashioned like glazed Timbit is probably the best thing I've ever had. As far as like donuts.
Do they even have those anymore?
Tim Hortons doesn't have them.
That's weird.
I'm not sure if Dunkin' have it.
I think they do.
And then I'll definitely choose Dunkin' over Tim Hortons.
When I came here, I didn't realize there was a Dunkin' Donuts like right across the street. My parents like, you're gonna gain like 50 pounds because they know how much I like donuts. I haven't even been there because I know if I go there, I'm gonna be like, yeah, give me 12 donuts, and then I'm gonna eat them all.
All right. Okay, since we're on the topic of sweets, what's your favorite Little Debbie?
I don't like eat those type of sweets, like the ones that are like prepackaged like that. I'm not like, unless it's a candy bar, but that's it. Snickers by far is the best candy bar.
Best candy bar?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of probably biased.
What are you gonna say?
Because
Oh, okay.
I got my big bag of Skittles.
But that's not a candy bar.
I mean, it's not a candy bar, but it's like it's candy, you know.
That's true. So that's your favorite candy.
That's probably my favorite
candy bar.
Skittles, probably candy bar. I mean, I really don't eat chocolate.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay.
But I probably say Skittles is like the top.
I like Skittles. I like that's thing like candy like that. I do like, but like prepackaged like those little like cupcakes or anything like that. I don't really eat that type of stuff. Yeah.
Why not?
I don't know. I do like the honey buns. We had a neighbor when I grew up in Dayton. His name's Joe. If he ever watches this, who knows if he will. I don't know his last name, but he would always like, we would be out playing and he's like, you guys want a honey bun? And he would reach over and give us a honey bun. Yeah. And they were good.
All right. Okay, you don't like prepackaged though. I was gonna say try like a Swiss roll.
I think I have one of those.
Those are really, really good.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Like I don't mind them. I just don't. They don't look appetizing. When you go in a gas station, that isn't what I pick up. Like if I pick up anything, it's gonna be.
Oh, I can't pick them up individually. Like I have to buy them at Walmart. Like,
okay.
In the sick like.
See, I just avoid that whole aisle because I know I'm just gonna like
go crazy.
Yeah, so that's why like it's more of like I know myself. So I'm like, if I get it and it gets to the house, I'm just gonna eat it all in like one sitting. So
okay. Flavor. Orange juice or apple juice?
Oh, orange.
It's not breakfast. It's just like
orange juice.
Anytime.
I don't care what. I don't like apple juice.
You don't like apple?
I'll drink it, but I don't like it.
Apple juice is even the apple juice aftertaste is really good. But like, I can't drink orange juice unless there's ice in it.
I can't really drink orange juice a lot, like in general, because they give me like canker sores in my mouth.
Oh really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because apple juice give you
orange juice. Because it's so acidic that it gives me canker sores. So like I would notice whenever, because I love it. So I'd have like 2 glasses. 2 days later, wake up and I have canker sores. So I just try to avoid it. But if I could, I would drink it all the time. I love it.
That's crazy. I never heard of it. Yeah. Because I ain't gonna lie. Because this is probably the first piece of candy I had in a long time. Like whenever you got like a lot of candy, it gives me canker sores.
It could be.
So I never heard of orange juice giving people canker sores.
It's acidity. Like every time I would have more than a glass, and even sometimes with a glass I would get it. So I just avoid it.
So I mean, you should pick apple juice, man. Honestly, it's like apple juice is like calling to you.
I guess, but I'm not a big fan. That it's kind of like I think apple juice is more popular. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of like ketchup and mustard. Like everyone loves ketchup, but I love mustard more. I don't like ketchup.
You love mustard more than ketchup?
Yeah. I'll put mustard on some weird stuff.
You put mustard on everything, probably.
No. But I do I've made mustard chicken breasts. Just like soak it in mustard and then air fryer. It's good.
Because you can honestly, You could. I'm not saying you could put ketchup on everything, but you could put ketchup on a lot of stuff.
Oh no, my brother used to do that. My brother, there was like they said they were gonna do a fan commercial and give away 50,000. We thought of just filming my brother putting on everything, like even and then even at the end put it on ice cream and eating it. He's never done that, but he would put it on bacon in the morning, yeah, and just dip it.
That could probably be something. No, I'm not. No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
I used to put hot sauce and everything. Like Tabasco would go on like everything I had.
Yeah.
I can't take that anymore. My stomach kills
probably
me.
The best combination, like just putting things together. I had ramen noodles. I threw some hot Cheetos, crunched it up, threw them in there, threw some hot sauce in there, and like just stirring all that up and eating it. That's probably the best thing I've ever had.
That gave me the idea because I've seen this before. Like you crunch the Cheetos and then put them on chicken and bake it. It's like a crust.
That'd probably be a good combo.
Yeah, I mean they're doing it at Buffalo Wild Wings. They're doing the
for real?
Yeah, they're doing but they're Doritos. They're doing the Flamin' Hot Doritos crunched up and then uses like the breading on the chicken.
What's the best Doritos bag?
Oh, Cool Ranch.
What's the purple bag? What's that called?
That is good too. Like the chili something.
Spicy chili,
something like that.
Something like that. I feel like that's the best one. I can go through a whole bag in one sitting.
The most underrated chip is the chili cheese Fritos.
Chili cheese Fritos.
Those are amazing.
I feel like it's the honey barbecue twist.
Those are pretty good too.
I feel like it's the best.
I like Fritos in general.
Fritos, yeah. I don't know. It's always heard like it smells like feet. That's what I always heard when I was a kid. Like Fritos, they smell like feet.
Dude, your breath stinks after eating Flamin' Hot Cheetos though.
I just ate a whole bag. But those are addicting. I'm not gonna lie.
They are good. Yeah.
Because once you like eat them,
they're not the best though.
I don't know. They might
the
be.
jalapeno ones are better. The green and orange bag, those are good.
I have to taste those. But I feel like the Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
They're up there. They're really good. I also like just regular Cheetos crunchy, not the puffs. I don't like puffs.
I don't like the puffs either. I don't like. So I'm allergic to cheese.
Okay.
I cannot eat the regular Cheetos.
Oh, okay.
But I can eat the Flamin' Hots.
Okay, so there's no cheese in them?
I have no idea. But I'm not mad at it at all. I'm not mad at it. But I'm also a Funyuns guy.
Funyuns are good.
Like probably my top.
Funyuns are the Butterfingers of chips.
Really?
Yeah, like people don't like. They'll eat them, but they're not like, oh, I love those. Like Butterfingers are good, like the candy bar, but they're not like no one loves them. I like them a lot.
Yeah. Now we definitely talked about a lot about food, and this is like the part 2. Yeah. And I see the camera like the battery blinking, so it's probably time to end it. But this is the first hour. This is the first hour podcast on the KagelvlConvo. I already closed it out the first time.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll just say make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more content and more updates. And peace out for real this time.